Number 26. Which list of characteristics describes organisms classified as animals? F. Unicellular, prokaryotic, autotrophic. G. Multicellular, eukaryotic, heterotrophic. H. Unicellular, eukaryotic, heterotrophic. J. Multicellular, eukaryotic, autotrophic. Number 27. Organisms that remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to recycle it into the carbon cycle are A. Producers that carry out photosynthesis to make carbon-rich sugars. B. Bacteria that chemically combine the carbon with nitrogen to make nutrients. C. Consumers that take in carbon dioxide when they inhale to make energy. D. Fungi that break down carbon dioxide and release oxygen in exchange. Number 28. 4 students were given a list of compounds and asked to identify which ones are organic. Which student correctly identified the organic compounds in the list? F. Student K. G. Student L. H. Student M. J. Student N. Number 29. A student drew the model below to represent a part of a watershed and some human activities that affected the watershed. How do the industrial, agricultural, and residential activities of humans most likely affect the groundwater in the area? A. The activities prevent most of the water from evaporating into the atmosphere. B. Pollutants from the activities percolate through the soil and enter the water table. C. The activities replace the groundwater used. D. All of the above. Number 30. Based on how biodiversity affects an ecosystem's sustainability, which graph most likely represents the trend of species type during the Phanerozoic eon? F, G, H, or J? Number 31. Both primary and secondary succession begin with the pioneer species that A. Change the area and make it safer from predatory organisms. B. Invade the area so that new organisms cannot be established. C. Modify the area and allow larger and more complex organisms to appear. D. Use up all the existing resources and prevent establishment of non-native organisms. Number 32. Some students collected leaf samples. The students used the leaf identification key shown below to identify a leaf sample. Based on the identification key, which type of tree is this sample from? F. Ginkgo. G. Honey locust. H. Horse chestnut. J. Black maple. Number 33. A few years ago, the pollution of male blue moon butterflies on the island of Samoa declined. One hypothesis for the decline of the male butterflies is that a parasite infected the cells of female butterflies. The parasite was passed to offspring through the females' eggs and killed the male butterfly embryos. At one point during the decline, nearly all the butterflies in the population were females, but after 5 years, the number of males in the population increased significantly. Which explanation most likely accounts for the increase in the number of male butterflies in the 5 years after the initial parasite problem? A. Male butterflies in the pollution in the population that survived were able to prey on the parasites living in the female egg cells. B. Female butterflies in the population that survived had a genetic adaptation that allowed them to transform into male butterflies. C. Male butterflies in the population that survived had a gene that made them resistant to a parasite, and they passed the gene on to their offspring. D. Female butterflies in the population that survived were able to protect the male eggs from the parasite and provide extra care for the male offspring. Number 34. A student drew the picture of a human body system shown below. The student labeled some of the organs of the system. The main function of this human body system is to F. Sense odors in the environment. G. Exchange gases with the environment. H. Chew food as it enters the mouth. J. Trap particles that enter the nose. Number 35. When people run long distances, their muscles require increased amounts of oxygen. Which system is responsible for carrying this oxygen to the muscles? A. Nervous. B. Respiratory. C. Digestive. D. Circulatory. Number 36. Which table best shows some functions of the circulatory, respiratory, digestive, and endocrine systems? F, G, H, or J? Number 37. Part of a human body system is pictured. The main function of this system is to A. Control reproduction, B. Transport oxygen, C. Produce hormones, or D. Remove waste. Number 38. Plants use energy from sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to produce sugar. Which structure is found only in plant cells and helps plant capture energy from sunlight? F. Vacuole, G. Nucleus, H. Chloroplast, J. Cell membrane. Number 39. Which table correctly describes the function of the cell structure listed? A, B, C, or D? Number 40. In 1838, botanist Matthias Schleiden determined that all plants are composed of cells. In 1839, anatomist Theodor Schwann proposed that all animals are composed of cells. In 1855, biologist Rudolf Virchow added to Schleiden's and Schwann's observations and proposed that all living things are composed of cells. Which statement is also part of the Virchow's cell theory? F. All cells have a cell wall. G. All cells arise from pre-existing cells. H. All cells are capable of photosynthesis.
Teachers, the faculty meeting will start at 7:40 in the library, and all parents need to be at their Wednesday morning duty station.
Or J. All cells can develop into any other type of cell. Number 41. The hydra is a very small, simple animal that lives in water. Hydras reproduce asexually by budding, a process in which a bud breaks off in an adult hydra and floats away. Which of the following best describes a hydra bud? A hydra bud contains genetic material from its two parents. B. A hydra bud is genetically identical to the parent hydra. C. A hydra bud has different mutations than the parent hydra. Or D. A hydra bud has half as much genetic material as the parent hydra. Number 42. Three cousins have a similar appearance but different face shapes. Which of these cell components are most involved in determining the basic shape of each girl's face? F. Genes, chromosomes, and nucleus. G. Cytoplasm, chloroplast, and genes. H. Vacuoles, nucleus, and chromosomes. Or J. Chromosomes, chloroplast, vacuoles. Make sure you've recorded all your answers.